That light is blinding, even for me today. Okay, it's 11:11 on the 11th of the 11th, 2022. 11/11/22. Okay, so I thought I'd do a reading, tap into this 11/11 portal energy. It's important. Archangel Power Tarot cards. So, but the light is extremely light. I'm not sure what to do about that. We'll let it be. I have just over 50% on my battery. For some reason my charger does not like the laptop that's in here that I normally charge it through. But it's not having it today. It was like seriously making funny noises at me. So the page of Raphael, gentle, loving, dreamy, open-hearted. That could be kind of like this misty energy. Gentle, loving, dreamy, open-hearted. It's like it's a new page. It's a new day. I was singing that whilst I was in the shower. It was like, birds flying high, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day. It's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. A new emotional situation. Messages regarding relationships or social invitations. Great intuitive insights. So messages regarding relationships or social invitations. Doesn't say what this message or the way that this message is coming in, but you will receive messages regarding relationships or social invitations. Who are we talking to? Well, imagine we're talking to this feminine here, because it's like she's on like Aladdin's magic carpet, but does the carpet actually belong to Aladdin? I mean, I think the carpet is just the carpet. But it's not a carpet, it's a magical rug. Oh my God, come on. Messages regarding relationships or social invitations, great intuitive insights. And then I've got this card. The Five of Ariel. When I was singing It's a New Day, It's a New Dawn, and then the train went through, it was like, do I want to say, and a new life? It's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Well, you're going into this new life because the Five of Ariel is a transitional area. It's a transitional area. It's a transitional area. You needn't go through your current challenges alone. Help is nearby. Negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. And I believe that that's a big awakening. It has been for me, even though I know that negative thoughts create, well, negative self-fulfilling prophecies. That doesn't sound right. How powerful your words are. And it's like then you can really turn it around and use your words for your benefit. If you're using words for your benefit, then you're boosting yourself up, aren't you? Okay. They're not negative. If it's for your benefit, what's coming through is it's not for your benefit to call yourself ugly names, is it? No. Okay. Why would we say that? Oh my goodness, it's got extremely hot in here. The Lovers. Make choices from your heart, deeply emotional commitments, the power of love. So the Page of Raphael, Five of Ariel, the Lovers, going through the transition, and look, you end up in each other's arms. And there is peace again. You notice Archangel Raphael's in both of these pictures. Oh, oh, there we are. I don't want to block out the light though, but ah, there we are. Look, he's kind of like blocking out the light here. And the song Blinded by the Lights. Blinded by the lights. Till I feel your touch. Just the energy of ask her out. So she's waiting for a message regarding this love, the power of love. The 10 of Ariel, there's your legacy. So it's like you go through the transition. That's halfway through the Pentacle stages. This is like the completion of it. You have all that you materially need, desire. The world is your oyster. There is so very much to be grateful for. Financial success and the promise of retirement, a rich and rewarding family life. So you go from being at this halfway point to having it all. The power of love. The power of this love. Oh, both of my ears are quite congested. Let's carry on with this. I was taken to the Eiffel Tower there, but like having an eyeful of light, blinded by it. The Eiffel Tower. So is that the energy of having enough is not enough? Just to kind of be able to gaze at each other from afar. Okay, you've had an eyeful now. The tower is here. The tower is here. The tower's here. And so is a cafe. Oh, my heart feels quite heavy. The Five of Michael, another transitional energy, halfway through the swords. This situation doesn't serve you. Release your attachment to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. So, because I felt that ugly names were being called to oneself, I feel maybe on the masculine side here, that he's not worthy of this. You only feel like you're halfway there, but you're not. You're right there. It's like one step closer to heaven. Baby means I'm one step closer to you. Okay. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. Release your attachment to the outcome. Why do you need to release your attachment to the outcome? Because the outcome is destined by heaven, by the divine, for the lovers. Okay, we'll move over to the Druid Craft Tarot now. The death of the ego is so coming through here. Look at this big cup of death. Just wanted to have a look at who was at the bottom of the deck. Why is he at the bottom of the deck? You see what I mean? He needs to put himself at the top of the deck. King of Pentacles. Know your worth, man. It's like, know your worth, take back your power and claim your treasure. What's that on my finger? It's like it's chalk. Can you see that there? What is that? Could be dried toothpaste. I mean, this could be possible, but... Oh, click the fingers. Okay. And it was find your treasure. It's like it's been mapped out. There is a treasure map for you. Only you can decipher it. They say that there's a language that only lovers know. Decipher it. Ace of Swords, resurrect. There's the energy I wanted to say then, geez, I really can't see myself in this picture. And it's like, well, I can. So it wasn't like a positive thing that I'm kind of... That's what I was just thinking in my mind. It's like, I can't even see myself today. But then I felt I can't see myself in the picture. That's a negative thing to say. But I can't see myself living that life. A life of abundance and wealth and prosperity and joy and happiness and whatever you desire. The card of resurrection, an opportunity from the divine. That's what the aces are. You've been given an ace. Resurrect the connection. Resurrection of the connection. Just holding up the greens here. The green, green grass of home. Did Frank Sinatra sing a song that was kind of along the lines of, it had to be you, do 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 do. It had to be you. Okay. So there's two paths here. And then we have, I say it's a feminine. And she's blindfolded. And she has this... it's actually like her body's been... I don't know if she slit her body into like two. Because first of all, I'd say it's like a cord, but then I felt the energy of blood. You feel the energy of blood? So what does this mean? Because this is a card of, well, you can see there's two paths up front. She has two swords that are kind of guarding, are they guarding each pathway? Is this the energy of she's been down those paths before? Because that's it, there is like the bloodline to your counterpart, rather than calling it a cord. It feels more that, well, I felt the energy of being able to feel blood boiling, bubbling, gurgling, whatever blood does, circulating. But the energy of cross my heart and hope to die, stick a needle in my eye. You normally, do you say that when you're making a promise to someone? Okay. So I feel like she's actually waiting here. I don't feel like she wants to go down either of those paths. I feel like she may have come out of them. Oh, she's at this resting point here. Because where else has she come from? It's like this is blocked here. We can't see a pathway here. But it could be that she's actually she's made a vow. But I feel like it's a vow to God. And she's here, but is she waiting for like an appearance from one of these? You're going to come through it. It's like you're going to exit through one of these paths. The wise old trees there. But I feel like past this point here, well, you have the Ten of Pentacles, don't you? Beep, 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 beep. And you seriously can have whatever you desire, and you'll have it for as long as you find it enjoyable, and then you're on to the next thing. So there's no like attachment to the Ten of Pentacles. If you desire to have a nice sports car, I had that desire. So I had a nice sports car and I enjoyed it, and then I realised I wasn't driving it. And so instead of the attachment, it was like, okay, you're going now. I've had my fun, let someone else go and enjoy the experience of that experience. Would I desire to have a nice sports car again? Yes, of course I would, but it's not necessary. It was joyful. But if I'm not like appreciating it or enjoying it, then there's no point really hanging on to it. Oh my goodness gracious me. I just had a woof, a smell of a hair conditioner. Senses. That was nice. I suppose like the hair conditioner that my Divine Masculine would use. Smells lovely. Okay. So I feel the Tree of Wisdom here is like saying to the Divine Feminine, you know what path you're being drawn. You're being drawn down. But it's just like kind of, there's no rush. Just let go of all attachments and... I mean, you're not even looking because you can't see. It's all about your senses. But you're definitely here to... it's like you're... What's happening with this light today? It's like you're the guardian here of this... Whatever it is. I didn't feel there was a path, so it's a portal. And if danger did follow the masculine down one of these paths, it's like, well, it was stopped there because, well, maybe you're carrying his sword. And together, well, I spoke about that the other day. Nothing will ever defeat you because love conquers all. I smell like that white stuff. It smells like the conditioner. It's interesting. Let's carry on. Oh, let's have a look at the Sacred Destiny cards. Did we have a look at the bottom of the decks? I don't know. Should we have a look at them? So the Archangel Power Tarot cards. The Six of Michael. It's the light at the end of the tunnel. That's why it's so bloody bright. Breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans. Relocation or travel. And the bottom of the Druid Craft Tarot. The Seven of Pentacles. What is it that he's chopping down now? Maybe some mistletoe. Wants a kiss under the mistletoe. How romantic. It's a bit snowy outside here. Feel maybe this masculine's getting his accounts in order. You could look at that as being financial because there are pentacles here, so he wants to make sure he has some stability. But his accounts on how he... it's about his accountability. How he recalls and tells the story is important. It's a positive one. I do feel that that's an olive branch. Let's go to the Sacred Destiny Oracle cards. In the bleak midwinter. Oh my goodness, the songs are really coming through. Got a bit of Tom Jones coming through now. I just want your extra time and your kiss. Tom Jones. Wow. Diligence. This could come in with this card. Fallow field. Traditionally, fields were left fallow, unfarmed, for extended periods of time to allow the soil to recover and rebalance its nutrients, to break disease and pest cycles, and to provide a haven for wildlife. Letting fields lie fallow meant that the subsequent Letting fields lie fallow meant that the subsequent excuse me, subsequent crops were much healthier and more vibrant. Engaging in this time-honoured process takes patience and diligence, but the results are worth the wait. Don't be too hasty to rush off anywhere, Divine Feminine. Well, you're going wherever the flow's taking you anyway. It's not like you're... well, you shouldn't be running away. Otherwise, you're in the runner mode, aren't you? But you shouldn't be waiting. But the results are worth the wait. I think you know what time. You need to get on with your life. The sacred landscape wants you to know there are times in life to step forward and take risks, but there are other times to be patient, step carefully and slowly, and know that the benefits you will gain in the future will be worth it. And what did I say at the beginning about like the name calling is not like for your benefit? Did I say something like that? I think I did. So be attentive, meticulous and persistent. Use this time to plan for action steps in the future. Be diligent and consistent at each step as you move forward. By doing so, you will harvest remarkable results in the years ahead. This is not the time for instant gratification. Your diligence will pay off in the future tenfold. That 10 of Pentacles now. This is the time for deliberate organisation. And I feel this is, we're talking about the Divine Masculine here. This card. So this is not time for instant gratification. Your diligence will pay off in the future tenfold. This is a time for deliberate organisation. Clean house. Clear clutter out of your life. Be thoughtful about how you spend your time and be discerning when choosing with whom you spend it. Clear out relationships that do not support you. Energy cards. Oh my goodness, my ears are very, they haven't kind of like tuned into the, I always called it the divine heartbeat. It's like the pulse of the earth. I feel like there's definitely a different type of frequency wanting to come through today. Like my phone wouldn't charge through the laptop where I can normally do it, but this kind of made a sound at me, and then when I charged it on, and it did start to charge, it just made a funny noise, and I thought, we're not doing that. We're not charging it via that way. So it takes me to like these two different paths here, but which way? The fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael. So Archangel Raphael is really quite present in this reading. I can't even see the cards. Let's read. Oh, come here. Card number 38. The fourth chakra, which is your heart chakra. Love, compassion, and self-acceptance. Raphael extends a beautiful green energy surrounded by gentle waves of pink to your heart center. This card upright indicates that you now have a greater readiness to receive love from others as well as from yourself. It could also indicate that a much needed healing from a previous broken heart is taking place. The tender vibrations of Raphael remind you to encourage yourself with the compassionate self-talk that you desire to hear from others. Know that as you do, the light from your heart center will shine with an irresistible beauty, and the universe will send people and situations that cause your sense of love and support to grow and grow. Okay. Enchanted map. Enchanted map. I have to bear in mind that we did only have 50% on battery power. Okay. 2750. Okay, so we've got 3 cards here. The Enchanted Map. The first one is making a choice in reverse. This is not the time to abdicate responsibility for your life. Letting others choose for you doesn't make things easier. Don't compromise because you're afraid of facing the consequences of your choices. Even if you've opted for a difficult path, you can always make another choice in the future. There is great power in reclaiming your ability to choose. No one can take that away from you, no matter what. Don't give your power away. If you're willing to be rigorously honest with yourself about your motives behind your choices, you may see the need to change things. You can change course and choose another route. Just be willing to clean up what you've left behind. Okay. Rescue. Upright. Card number 16. You are always safe and secure and free to be yourself. Asking for help isn't easy for many successful people. However, that's what you need to do now as you expand your life. If you find yourself troubled, you can expect help with whatever issue is at hand now. You need only ask, and assistance will come your way. The most important support you can expect is from spirit. Get into a right relationship with the divine, and you'll see that many conditions line up as if by magic to provide you with all the help you need. Ask and you shall receive. There is no need to fear. Safety is a place within. Okay. Moonlight in reverse, card number 51. Too much analysing is getting you nowhere. Stop overthinking things. You may be exhausted from second guessing yourself all the time and losing your footing. Are you insecure about your ability to make good choices? Step back and regroup and enter into a more trusting relationship with the flow of life. Don't become overly concerted. It doesn't say that. Concerted. I don't even know what that word is. Don't become overly concerned about perceived mistakes. How will you learn to dance if you don't occasionally take a misstep? On the moonlit pathways, you can discover love and truth and wondrous things. There is nothing to fear but fear itself. Go play, have fun, stay open and trust. They were really good messages. I do have the Heal Yourself reading cards. That's the last deck that I have here with me. I'll see how I feel after this message. I already feel Rumi coming through. Well, let's get a message from here first. Oh my goodness, okay. I'm taken to the Greek mythology cards. I was earlier. As something comes through the letterbox. And then I'm looking at this box over here and it says Athena on it. And I felt drawn to Rumi, but then now with the colouring of this, I feel like we've got to go to the Greek... I'm just putting my slippers back on. The Greek mythology cards. So I might as well just get both decks now. Excuse me. Interesting, I lost the Rumi deck. Okay. Themis, cosmic order. I love this. Themis was a titan from a time before the Olympus deities. She represents pre-existing cosmic law and order rather than the humankind. So this archetype could be called the will of the gods or natural justice. Happy 11/11, Moon Cookie. Cheers, Lucy. Thank God it's Friday. Hi, Cynthia, darling. I'm so sorry. I didn't see that you had commented. Found an old picture of a man in her army dress. Oh, I'm so sorry. You found an old picture of Nan in her army dress. Sending snugs and love. How beautiful is that? Cosmic order. Themis was a titan from a time before the Olympus deities. She represents pre-existing cosmic law and order rather than the humankind. So this archetype could be called the will of the gods or natural justice. She is the coding written into the natural laws of our world that go back to the beginning of time. Human social order, planetary rhythms, and animal migratory routes, for instance, all follow her patterns. Without Themis, things are chaotic and pointless. With Themis, justice, karma, and divine timekeeping will prevail, so everything is as it should be. Her gift is good cosmic order. Good, you've got the Ten of Pentacles here. I mean, that's the best lineup. That's the best lineup. Themis was also a prophetess and could communicate through oracles or divination to ensure her work was done. If you have drawn this card, then you can be assured that the matter in hand is being overseen by Themis, and divine law will help you by ensuring that good karma, justice, and the correct order of things will prevail. I love that. Come on, guys. That's pretty awesome, isn't it? I feel extremely congested again. Right, let me go to the Heal Yourself reading cards now. About to here. Least we forgot Friday. Friday? Least we forgot Friday. Happy Friday, Moon Cookie. I was just checking out the weather conditions. It's extremely bright, isn't it? I mean, it's even bright for my eyes to even look at the screen because the reflection of light coming back is just... It's too much, but I can't really be like this, can I? Well, I can, but... Like, that's just so much better and comfortable on the eyes than this. Well, it doesn't even matter. If you can't fully see my face anyway, what's the point in looking at the screen? Okay. Say what you mean. Card number 18. What's going on here then? I've got to find the book for this. There it is. You know, I said I got really congested again. It felt like the throat chakra. Say what you mean. 18. Take some time to clarify what you need to communicate. Excuse me. Okay. Take some time to clarify what you need to communicate and to whom. Okay. Honest communication begins with you. Take a moment to connect within and ask yourself, in what area of your life are you hiding and denying how you feel? Does your relationship with your partner need revamping? Are there things that are not working? Who are the people in your life that you must be honest with? I think that's a good question. Who are the people in your life that you must be honest with? This is your opportunity to take back your power and share clearly, wisely, and honestly what does and does not work for you. When you feel vulnerable, you can be easily swayed to say what you feel the other person wants to hear in order to keep the peace. The message of this card is that you need to say what you really mean, whether someone else likes it or not. Okay, the action. Rub your hands together for about 30 to 40 seconds. Then imagine that you are holding a blue ball of energy in your hands. Reflect on the qualities of confidence, honesty, and clarity. Then place your hands just above your throat and breathe in the blue light. Imagine this light moving into your throat and helping you to access the right words that you need to say. Picture the person who you need to communicate with standing in front of you. Share what you feel you need to say to this person, realizing that their higher self is listening. When you have completed this action, write down what you feel you need to say to them. Then share your feelings in person, if appropriate. The other day it said, but it cut off, didn't it? It was true. Yes, what you're asking about is the truth. And at the end of that reading, that message, but just before the camera cut off, it says, ask Archangel Michael to help you with the words. What words to use and what to say. We're going to end with a roomy message, guys. I am back to work today and I'm feeling so much better. I'm feeling good. It's good to go to work when you're feeling good, isn't it? Yep. I'll have it no other way. That gave your heart the warm tingles. Oh, that's lovely. Do you know what, when I read that, hello Cynthia, my love, I was singing, oh my love, I'm holding on forever. That's lovely. So I say a little prayer and hope my dreams will take me there, where the skies are blue, to see you once again, my love. Overseas from coast to coast, to find the place I love the most. Bit of Westlife going on now. Okay, let's finish with a roomy oracle on this 11/11. On this 11/11 day, yes. Excuse me. I've got the card, thank you. Sacred Soul Sister. Okay, here we go. When you are conscious, a cloud of sadness surrounds you. When you are beyond consciousness, the moon rests in your arms. When you are conscious, the beloved moves out of your reach. When you are beyond consciousness, the ecstasy of love moves your way. When you are conscious, you are depressed, like fall. When you are beyond consciousness, the winter cold feels like spring. All your wavering is due to your longing to be stable. Look for instability until you become stable. Rumi. I love you. I am your other half. It doesn't say that. Just, I love you. I am your other self. I am with you always, your partner on this soul journey. I am the you that you do not see. I am the you that speaks through intuition and instinct. I whisper and sing and shout my crazed truth-telling to you through your dreams, through your body. I am the you that is wise, that trusts in life, that knows. I am the you that sees reality rather than appearance. I am the you that knows how to be happy and free. That sounds very much the Divine Feminine's energy, isn't it? Can you see this card? Geez, guys, I don't really know what to do about. Okay. There is a valid point of view that we travel this path of our life journey alone. Our deepest descents into the psyche happen alone. We meet death alone and come into the world alone. And yet there is a vaster perspective that we are never alone, that it will be impossible to really be alone. We are connected to all of life, and there is no such thing as being alone in reality, only in limited and temporary perception. As if such community were not enough, there is a partner, an ally who journeys with you from birth to death and beyond, again and again. You have a sacred sister, a sister of your soul. She weaves the stories of truth through dreams and insights that come upon you as if from nowhere. Perhaps they drop into your mind or seem to erupt from within you, but that is her talking to you, demanding or reassuring, depending on what the occasion best calls for at that moment. I'm sure I just heard Jasper meowing. The back door's locked. Well, it isn't locked, it's closed. And he's out. Sisterhood. Her truths may seem overly dramatic, so you may discount them as workings of an overactive imagination, or perhaps her truth tales are so subtle you dismiss them as meaningless, fleeting fancy. The wise ones know, however, that the truths of the sacred soul sister are powerful, relevant, and worthy of time and attention. They know her oftentimes strange and startling offerings hold the keys to unlock entire worlds, to open up to new realities, and to transform the nature of our existence from the deepest and most esoteric spiritual levels to the most palpable, practical, daily realities of our living bodies in the physical world. Your sacred soul sister is your partner in consciousness. Make no mistake, she is you. She is just a part of you so great you cannot always see her from your conscious mind. It is sort of like the eye of the dog trying to see its whole self, which is a bit tricky, For as it moves, it just takes me to like me trying to like be able to see myself here. As it moves, okay, it is sort of like the eye of the dog trying to see its whole self, which is a bit tricky. For as it moves to see its rear, so the rear is moved along too. So rather than through direct perception, the sacred soul sister is met through reflection. She can be received in those moments of rest where great ideas are born. She is a genius, you see, vastly creative and inspired. Her worlds are those we access in sleep and meditation, or absorbing engagement in activity where the mind can relax and drop into realities far more vast than those of daily life and be replenished. To tap into her wisdom, to distill a teaching from the fragmented memory of a dream or a subtle feeling experienced in meditation requires that you walk with her gait and not the fast-paced, forward-moving canter of your conscious and intellectual mind. Her gait is meandering and apparently unstudied, yet she is in deep concentration to feel for truth of movement, to allow for what is emerging to express itself through her, and she is listening rather than demanding to know, to force, to speak, and to direct. To receive her genius and benefit most fully from it requires a willingness to surrender logic and open up to inspiration, to become empty, to let the mind soften and become receptive, open, and permeable. She delivers questions that leads to answers. Let me just repeat that. She delivers questions that lead to answers, but not according to demands issued by an insecure and fearful mind. She offers what is genuinely needed and answers the deepest questions of the heart. She is trustworthy, this sister. She cannot betray truth. Therefore, she can be relied upon as a faithful way shower for the heart. So to commune with her, wise as that impulse is, requires that you learn the ways of her world and the strange symbolic language she speaks. She will never tell you what you already know. Why be so inefficient? No, she prefers to educate, elucidate, intrigue and beguile as you are drawn into far more beautiful, powerful and helpful truths. So in her world and in her language, you must suspend your need to immediately understand. Let yourself absorb the imagery, the feelings, and the possibilities to dwell, ponder, and be permeated by the wisdom. The appearance of low power mode. The appearance of a horse may signify your own spiritual being, and the appearance of you may signify a false sense of identity and not the real you at all. You may see desert landscapes and moonlit nights in your dreams. When so much inner growth is happening, you will soon bloom like the springtime. You may dream of charging up hills with great energy, when in your physical world, you can barely muster enough strength to get out of bed in the morning. What does all this mean? This apparent contrary, world upside down, nothing is as it seems symbolism. The meaning is the communication, and the communication is received in repose, in reflection, in quietness and rest, and you must trust. Trust her and trust yourself. When something needs to be known, so it shall be. This is necessary, so much less than what we expect. Your lack of knowing is not ignorance. Your unknowingness is your bowing to life with trust. She has come to you through this oracle to remind you that everything is all right, that she has your back, no matter what appearances may seem to be on your more limited dog's eye consciousness in the light of day. She is guiding you with her wider knowledge through circumstances and situations that are ultimately going to free you into a greater love than you have ever known. No matter whether you feel like a rat in a maze or a bewildered drunk stumbling through labyrinth back alleyways trying to find your way home again. No matter how out of control life may seem, she's letting you know all is proceeding just as it should, and that her will shall manifest. Her will is your wholeness, your completion. Her will must manifest and shall, because her will is nature. It is growth. It is God. She is God in you now. Remember that, and you'll realise, if you don't mind the ending being told before the last chapter, that everything's going to be okay. This oracle comes with a particular guidance also. You know something deep in your bones, without knowing how or why, or without particular reason. You just know. It doesn't make sense, but you know. It may be joy that you know. It may be that you know to avoid a certain situation. It may be that something is going to work out beautifully, despite appearances to the contrary at a particular moment. It may be that you are meant to take a certain path. You just know. This oracle comes as confirmation that your knowing, mysterious as it is your sacred soul sister talking through you. Trust it and act, or not, accordingly. Let's finish with this sacred honouring ritual. Kneel or sit comfortably, preferably on the ground or somewhere you feel grounded and anchored to the earth. That could be on the floor, if practical. Rest your hands on the ground or on your legs and say aloud, I call upon the sacred sister of my soul, the shadow priestess of wisdom in the temple of love. You guide me to love, and under the merciful grace and protection of Rumi, who loves me unconditionally, our relationship is one of respect, care, and divine guidance. May I be blessed with receptivity to your genius and capacity for the grace of growth. So be it. Rest for a few moments. You have finished your ritual. Page number 166. One for all and all for one, all for love. Musker hounds are always ready. Well, guys, I'm going to get off, and that's that. We've been on for nearly an hour. Okay. I will catch up with you all soon, and it may not be for a couple of days, actually. What's the day today? It's Friday, isn't it? Okay. Well, we shall see what happens. Okay. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay. Until next time. My goodness. I'm just going to go now. Okay, 1 hour exactly then. Guys, take care. Much love. Bye for now.